Hey guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another video on Only Mods. In this video, we'll be doing a mod on the Polo, and as you can see, I've got a coilover in my hand, so it's finally time. Let's lower it. All right guys, now that the car's lifted, the wheels are off, we have access to the wheel wells where we're gonna have to remove the coilovers, remove the rear springs and the strut, as well as we're gonna have to loosen this bolt up here, loosen this bolt in here. Gonna have to pull this clamp, the brake line loose, and then up there, I'm pretty sure there's a few bolts that I'm gonna have to loosen from the top of the bonnet. So let's get to it. It shouldn't be too hard, should actually be quite a fairly easy install. Let's do it. First strut in, I'm already having problems. As you can see here, that bolt's actually completely rusted on, so it's insanely hard to loosen. There's actually supposed to be a little black cap that covers it. There you go. So for some reason, this one fell all the way back there. So now I'm gonna struggle my bum off to try to get that bolt loose. But I've filled this up with, I removed all the water, that is WD-40 at the moment. So while that's sitting there for a while, I'll start on the rear. Okay, so in the rear here, we're gonna have to remove this strut bolt. Gonna have to remove that, remove these two bolts up here. Hopefully this pops down, but we'll see if that actually works. And then I'm gonna have to remove this spring. And then once that's done, we can do the same on the other side, and then we can start installing the rear suspension. So let's remove some bolts. What the frick? There's a moth up there, guys. All right guys, so the rear suspension is out. This is the old versus the new. As you can see, the new ones are a lot lower than the stock ones, but these little couplings will go in there so you can adjust the height. But the struts though, they look pretty similar, to be honest. I'm just gonna remove these couplings, put these fittings onto the new struts. I'll probably put these shoes, these strut guards on as well. Let's quickly get these components ready and then install them on the Polo. Let's do it. All right guys, so I'm almost done with installing the rear suspension. However, these struts, the bushing sleeve, so that piece of metal in there is just too wide to slip into this little bracket. So I'll show you what I mean. It's just too wide and doesn't want to slip in. So I'm gonna have to grind it a little bit. All right guys, so the rear suspension is done. We've lowered the rear. Now we're moving on to the front. I've given this a little bit of a go. So that will loosen the top bolt, which will be the last bolt that we need to remove. So you can see that's working. There you go. There we go guys. That was a pain in the ass. But now this should all pop out nicely. All right guys, so it's the next day. I have removed this front strut, which was a pain in the bum. I played around a bit and I figured out how to remove it. So what you'll need to do is you'll need to remove the steering column. You'll also need to remove these 3 bolts below the wheel hub. And then this should be able to get pushed down far enough for you to hit this strut out. Because previously, if the wheel hub's connected to this control arm, there's not enough space for you to push the strut up high enough because it like kind of pinches between the 2 pieces. So that's why you have to remove the wheel hub, let it sag down a bit further so you can pull the strut out. So I'll show you guys what I mean on the other side. So I'll quickly put you guys down, show you how easy it is. Very cute. All right guys, so the front suspension's out. The front struts, this one came out a lot easier than the other one, but it's also because I knew what I was doing on this side. So all I need to do now is remove these rubber bushings and put them on the new springs. However, to remove that, I'm gonna have to pull out this bolt. And as many of you guys would have seen on YouTube and social media, if you remove that bolt, the spring usually comes shooting out, but I'm not entirely sure if that's going to happen with these ones, but let's see what happens. Oh, it's not that bad at all. All right guys, so I've just finished putting the rubber bushings on the new coilovers. They look really good. Now I just need to put them back in the car. So hopefully this doesn't take too long. We'll put them back and then we'll adjust the height. Let's do it. All right guys, so there is a problem with the install. Those drop links right here are too long, so that anti-roll bar is rubbing against the drive shaft, as you can see here. So we'll need to get shorter links for the car to drive properly. But yeah, this is what it sounds like if you drive it. Unfortunately, I cannot take this car out to go get some 6 cinematics or even take it for a drive, which sucks. But yeah, this is the only side that does it because the drive shaft's actually a lot thicker this side than it is that side, weirdly enough, which is why that anti-roll bar is rubbing against the drive shaft. So yeah, max speeding rods, I would not recommend. Probably try to buy a bit of a better brand. Don't try to save your money because obviously you're going to end up with a problem where those struts at the top don't mount properly, not nice and tight. You don't have to change the bolts out. Over here, you're obviously going to have to get some new drop links as well. And the front strut's actually insanely close to the tire, so I'm going to have to space these tires out. They'll also make fitment a lot nicer. And same with the back now, you can see the fitment's pretty whacked out. So yeah, unfortunately that brings us to the end of this video, but in the next video I will fix that problem. I'll also get some spacers. Yeah, it's a little bit of an unfortunate end to this video. I was looking forward to taking the car out for a spin and getting some sick shots, but that is not the case in this video, unfortunately. But we'll see you guys on the next one. If you guys like the build, please like, comment and subscribe. And yeah, it's good to be back guys, and we'll see you guys on the next one. See ya.